Hello YouTube, today we're going to be trying to tie the apache shrimp. There it is, and I'm doing a long tail version with bucktail. So, wind on the 80 UTC Ultra thread or 70 denier. It's a yellow thread, this one. This is a size 8 partridge patriot double hook. Onto this we're going to put a silver small oval uni-French tinsel rib and wind it down the full length of the body, because I like to do that when we flies, bulks them up until you're just past the points on the hooks. Form the tag with 4 maybe 5 turns, 4 or 5 turns to preference, and fold the tinsel back between the two hooks underneath, secure it in. Full length of the body again, put the security in, and again preference, try not to do that, and again preference from the tire. I like to bulk the body out and back down. Seems like a lot of work, but that's the way I like to do it. Wax on the thread. Right, in the stacker I've got some fiery brown bucktail. Tips down, get them nice and straight. Have a look, see if you're happy with the way they're sitting. Not happy with that one. That one's put itself up. So is that one? That'll do. Not happy with that one actually. Champion. 1, 2 times the length of the hook. Fold it on. That doesn't sound very good, that thread. Never mind. Full length of the body towards the front end of the hook as always. Slight angled cut helps finish the fly off. And you'll see the tapered finish there off that back sloping cut you've put in, which helps finish the fly off towards the front end. Halfway down, keep waxing your thread. This thread has been pre-waxed, but it is always good to keep them nice and waxed. Keeps everything tight and grippy and ties everything lovely. Bit of micro flash, which I get from Vineyards. Brilliant stuff. Fold it over, full length of the tail. Put a secure and turn in. Double it over on the top of the tail, centralise it, secure it back in all the way down to the base of the tail, back of the tag, and again cut that the length. Have a bit naff on with your tail. See if you're happy with that. That will be alright actually. Okay, now what we're saying. This back end of this fly is in yellow floss. It's a 600 1-ply floss. Tie that on. It's in burnt bright yellow uni floss. This is half the length of the body. Pull it back to. It's about how far you're gonna go forward with it to start your first hackle. Wind that in. You can choose the spacing where you put your first hackle in to taste, to preference, it's up to you. Put it in further back, put it in further forward. Pull your floss, straighten it all out so it sits nicely when you turn it over. Go to offer it over, see how it's going to sit. It looks like it's sitting alright, that. Actually, hold on. Hopefully it will. Let's have a look as we're going. Keep the turns nice and tight with your floss so it builds up as you're turning. And you want to be going to about halfway. And you thread up and over, secure it in. Oopsie daisy. Couple of turns. Off skis. Wax on the thread for holding it in. I keep mine as tight as I can, but I use plenty of wax and it hasn't let us down yet, and I'm a very rough caster, so have faith. Over with your tinsel, straight turn over the top of that tail at the back to secure it in, and a couple of turns on an angle forward for your rib. Should be lovely on the back end. Hopefully that looks alright. Can't see from that side. And off skis. Bit more wax. Right, the first hackle we're putting in is to match the back end of the body. It's a yellow hen hackle. The good side's the colourful side, smooth side. That wants to be facing you when you tie it in by the tip. 1 turns, 2 turns, fold it back. 1 turns, 2 turns should be enough. Depends, maybe you want to put 3 or 4 in if you're not used to it, like, but 2 turns has never done me any wrong. Plenty wax on, you see. Okay. Try not to bring the tail up like what I've just done. Straighten your fibres out, see where you're at with them. Fold them back with your fingers and turn. Up and back with your fingers. And turn. Up. Back with your fingers. Over the top. Catch it in with your thread. Pull it around 90 degrees. Let's just slip that vice there. Hope that's still in the right position for you. A couple of turns over the top. Nip on with your fly. Now this, you can secure this in all the way along if you want, if you're not confident with your tying. But I'm confident with this. I've tied them a few times and cut them really short. Plenty wax on my thread and some good tight secure and turns holds them in place for me. And that, again, admittedly a very rough caster, and I've never had any flies fall to bits. Put your finger on, separate your fly out, your hackle, sorry, so you can show your fly a bit. I like my hackle on the top a bit flatter than the one on the bottom, so I flatten it down a bit. It's my preference. What's that there? 2 seconds. Looks like a bit of a fibre sticking out. That'll be alright. Preference for me, I like them a little bit flatter on the top. A couple of good strong turns on that, and then a couple of extra turns to bulk it out a little bit so it doesn't look like a very prominent step. I'll take that to the front. Second bit of rib, again, same again, silver unique French oval. Underneath with this one, if you can. If you've got a rotary vise, it makes it easier. Sometimes I can't even do it with a rotary vise. 2 seconds. There, that'll do. Underneath. I've got the job back normal, champion. I can see there's a bit of a dip in the fly here, so what I do is I rectify it with my thread, a few extra turns, you see, right back up to the hackle with that rib, wax on the thread, and the front half of this body is red Unifloss 600 1 ply, nice red this one. From Uni. Same again. Catch it in. Pull it back to where you're going to finish off with your thread turns. And move it on forward. Bulking it out as you can with your thread turns. Plenty of wax on the thread for when you come up to that, finishing that off. Up, straighten your fibres out so they're nice and straight. Have a look over, see how it's going to sit when you're turning it. Looks alright that. Again, shrimp flies, don't worry about them. As many a man likes a scruffy shrimp fly. I like them to be symmetrical at least if I can. I'll try my best. Keep winding this on to the front. Catch it in. A couple of turns should do. Keep it nice and tight. I haven't quite cut that thread short enough there with them scissors. Never mind. Here we are. Bring it over the rib forward. Try and keep it the same as the last bit on the back half of the fly, so it looks like the pattern is continuing on. It doesn't have to be perfectly. It's all going to be covered by the hackle. Probably give you a bit of peace of mind as a tyer or a fisherman when you look at it and it looks nice. But the fish won't mind at all, I don't think. Right, cut that off. Get a bit of a base down for your front of your fly. Right, hen hackle again on the front for me. You could use cock hackle. It's a red one. I dyed this myself actually. It's an American whiting, but I've dyed it. It was a white, I've dyed it in a red. Nice bright scarlet red. Good side facing you. Tie the tip in. Once. Twice. Fold it back. Once. Twice. Maybe 3 times on the front one. Starting to think about putting a base down for your head to finish off. Cut that tip off. Straighten your fibres out. Fold them back and over. Oh, that's not the best. Sometimes you get a wild hackle that doesn't want to play a ball with you when you're turning it. It's like they've got a mind of their own, hackles. Might actually be, sometimes depends what fettle you're in when you're tying, whether you can be bothered or not. I've been to work all day today. That'll do, I'm not even going to unwind it, you know. Over the top, back 90 degrees, keep on folding over with your thread. A couple of turns. Again, I'm very confident with my hackles with how tight I get them in with waxy thread holding them in. I've never had any unwind on us yet when I've been casting. Same treatment, same rules apply to the front one. Fold it back, have a look where you're sitting, get your finger in, give it a bit jiggery pokey like that. Well, it's just to show your body off on your fly really. Again, I like the top hackle to be sitting a little bit flatter. The bottom one, I like it to be a bit bushier. That looks alright actually. Right, base thread down. Change the thread on the front of this fly. It's a black head finish, so we're going to put a whip finish in with this one. Once, twice will do. Whippity finish underneath. Black thread. It's already had a bit of wax run through it. We'll put a little bit more on for good measure. Black thread. I like these longtail, bucktail versions on these shrimp flies. They seem to sit better for me, and they look better. They've got nice movement in the water, you know. I've got a lot more confidence in them. Right, I've got the jungle cock eyes here. I've pre-selected them. It's a new cape I'm using, and these are a bit finer in their stalks and their nature, and they're a little bit more slippy than what I'm used to. So I've had to give them a bit of a trim down, peel the fibres back. Let's see, this will be interesting. That's the back side, the front side's the coloured side. Lay them over the top, see whereabouts you want them. Tuck them in, fold over once or twice. Right, let's have a look. That'll do there, you know. And that one needs to go back a touch. This one's split on my side. I'm not going to change it. It's a fly for my personal use. If it was for a customer or for a friend or something, I would probably change that. Because I don't like to see split jungle cock eyes. Fold them stalks back. When you fold them back, careful not to change the angle on your eye, on your jungle cock eye, because you can, when you're folding them back, knock the jungle cock eyes up or down. Good few turns to secure them in. See where you're at. Are you happy with them? Let's have a look. We'll cut these stalks off. I think they're alright there, you know. You can cut these off, or you can snap them off. You can do what you want with them. You can leave them on. I've seen me leave them on by accident before and fished it and caught fish. Right, let's have a look. You want to get your fingers and just squeeze forward on your jungle cut eyes, and that'll sit them down onto the fly. I like my shrimp, jungle cut eyes on my shrimp, sitting just above parallel on the hook. Right, champion. I think that's ready for the whip finish. Very, very simple fly actually. Very, very pretty looking thing. Contrasting colours of the red and the yellow. Whip finish. 4 or 5 turns on that. This is a fly. Never fished this type of fly. This pattern. It's a pattern I've just started tying, sorry. The type of fly I have fished before. But this is a pattern. A friend of mine called Joe Clark, he fishes it regularly, he loves it. He catches loads of fish and all the same lad. But he fishes it with a pheasant tail. This is super glue, by the way. He fishes it with a, I think uses a pheasant rump or a pheasant breast feather on the tail wrapped around like a traditional Irish shrimp. Like I say, I like the bucktail, longtail versions better. But the lad will catches plenty of fish, like, so I'm pleased to give this pattern a go myself actually. And so hopefully do it justice on the tying on this video. And if anybody can take any help or inspiration from this tying or any ideas, then I'm grateful. That's it there, that's the Apache shrimp with a longtail, bucktail version. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful or useful, please like, please subscribe to my channel, Silver Bar Salmon Flies. I'm on Instagram at Silver Bar Salmon Flies. And leave your comments. Thanks very much. Cheers.